Hey guys, welcome back. Jason Campbell here again with Audi of Madison, and I wanted to give you the first sneak peek here on the new 2020 Audi Q7, a highly anticipated, highly touted, complete redesign from the previous generation, which was 2017, 18, and 19. So 2020 got a nice facelift both on the exterior and on the interior with all the technology. So let's do a quick walk around, point out what's different on the outside, and then we'll jump inside, go over some of the new tech, and a quick test drive. So the new Q7 is getting a lot of the design elements that you'll see consistent with, you know, the Q8, even the A7. So you get a new single frame grille. This is the base model with the convenience package on it. So it has LED headlights standard and taillights as well. In the Prestige package, you have the optional matrix LED headlights. Not quite legal here in the States yet, but those should be coming hopefully somewhere in the near future, where the car will actually signal to you and the other drivers around you which lane you're going in with the matrix LED headlights. Also has laser light compatibility, so the laser lights shine brighter, about twice as far, about twice as bright, auto on off for the brights as well. So again, this is the base model, but that technology is here, and hopefully that matrix LED headlight comes legal here in the States pretty soon, so you can see some nice animations, and as far as like turn signals go, the car will forecast where you're going, so other drivers can see that as opposed to just the turn signal itself. Pretty cool stuff. Let's take a peek around the back here. This is a sleeker, behind here compared to the rounder previous generation. Also get an update to the tail lights here, the LED tail lights with animation. So when you do turn left to right, or right to left, you get the nice animation of the blinker itself. If we open up the back here, pretty consistent with what you're used to. You still have the 3 rows of seats. Right now the 3rd row is down, but just as you expect from the previous generations, there are buttons here to raise and lower the seats. Now there's the same set of buttons in the 2nd row if you wanted to put the seats up and down from the 2nd row. So pretty versatile there. They do fold all the way flat when they're down, which is nice for luggage and big screen TVs and all that fun stuff. Let's jump inside. I'll go over some of the cool tech, and then we'll go out for a quick spin. All right, welcome to the inside of the Q7. This is the big wow factor here. So the Q7 got the same infotainment system that is consistent in that Q8. So you no longer have to go all the way up to the Q8 to get this sweet dual touchscreen interface here. The bottom screen is going to be all your climate control, comfort, heated seats, ventilated seats, air conditioning. You got your garage door opener. This is a hotkey button right here. So you can program your house if you have some favorites, radio presets, satellite radio. You can have them as hotkeys here, and there's several drawers that you can cycle through just like on your smartphone, and have a lot of hotkeys there for your favorites. Up here, this screen is going to basically do everything else. Now, not every app's going to show up here. This is the Apple CarPlay interface, so you have all your navigation and music apps there. You have your phone, your radio, all your settings, news, weather, radar. Might not load because we haven't activated this car yet, but then over here again we have the virtual cockpit. So a lot of the same things that you can get on the center screen, you can now get right in front of your steering wheel here. So navigation, chip computer, radio, and phone. Now I'm in Apple CarPlay mode right now, so it's telling me that you know, for the CarPlay, got to look over here again, which is going to show that. Now there are a couple trim levels on top of this. This is again the premium, so these are all the standard features. So what you're seeing here, you get no matter what. Now if you go up to the middle trim level, which is the Premium Plus trim, that's also going to give you your Bose sound system, a top view camera, meaning that 360 camera. So if you look here and I press the camera button, it's only showing me the backup camera with my proximity sensors over here. But on that Premium Plus trim, which would be the middle trim, you're going to get that 360-degree top view camera, where you can, you know, see the whole car. It gives you cameras underneath both of your mirrors, in the front and the back, so you can see all around the car. You can swivel your car. That's pretty neat. Also, that Premium Plus trim is going to give you a larger wheel. So instead of 19-inch wheels, you're going to get a 20-inch 5-spoke design, and Bose surround sound, and then the convenience package, which adds the wireless phone charger, your side assist, so the blind spot detectors on the side of the mirrors there. And if you look down in the center console here, a wireless phone charger. So this comes standard in that middle trim, but this is the convenience package, which is added on to the premium that we're in right now. If you wanted to get really fancy, you can go all the way up to the top trim level, which is going to be called the Prestige trim. That's going to give you multicolor interior lighting package, an advanced driver assistance package. So lane assist comes standard on the new Q7, but if you want that adaptive cruise control where the Q7 keeps you right in the flow of traffic without having to hit the accelerator or the brake, that's the driver assistance package. Also, the Prestige will give you a head-up display where information will be shined on the windshield, things like your speed, what the speed limit is. If you have navigation sets, it'll give you your turn-by-turn directions in full color, and you can control your adaptive cruise control there as well. And the warm weather package comes standard in the Prestige, as well as soft power closing doors. And the last thing would be the Matrix LED headlights again. So the Matrix portion of that is not turned on here in the States. Maybe it'll be a software update if and when that becomes legal. And then the laser light you can add to that Prestige as well. So let's get out on the road. Let's do a quick drive around the block here. This is going to be the 3-liter turbo, so that's another difference this year, 2020 versus the previous generation. The previous generation Q7 was a supercharged engine, and the new 2020 is a turbocharged engine. So the gas mileage is a little less little less miles per gallon, but not bad at all. I'm going to turn this puppy on, go open the doors real quick, and get out on the road. I'll be right back. Hey Dave, would you be able to close those doors when I take off? All right, let's try to get out of here without hitting anything. There is a little mirror control over here by the window controls that folds the mirrors in on demand. Now you can also set the mirrors to fold in whenever you lock your car, which is a pretty nice feature. That way you can just look at your car and see if it's locked, or know if it's locked or unlocked just by the orientation of the mirrors. Pop those back out now that we're outside. The sound system in these, the stock system is pretty incredible. So you do have the option to get the Bose the Bose upgrade or the Bang & Olufsen German sound system upgrade, but I think that the stock system, it is the premium system, the Audi system. Let's just take a stroll around the block here. Similar to what you've come to expect with the previous generation, you do have your drive select modes as well, with the button right here in the center. So your off-road, comfort, dynamic, auto, and individual. Individual is kind of cool. You can build your own mode here. If you wanted certain aspects of your drive to be sporty and others to be more comfortable or balanced, you can go in here and build a mode. If you get the adaptive air suspension, then there's even more customization there in terms of the different drive dynamics, how high the vehicle sits, and the navigation here. Since this car isn't activated yet, it hasn't been purchased or assigned, the Audi Connect, the internet package, has not been launched yet for this vehicle. But when you lease the car or buy the car and that gets set up, you can turn these two-dimensional maps into Google Street View. And if you're in bigger cities, you have the like three-dimensional buildings and all that fun stuff. So you can have this be a daytime map, a nighttime map, or the Google Street View, which is a pretty neat feature. I wish they had that on from the get-go, because I think that would be a very desirable feature to see during test drives and whatnot. Very quiet ride though. I've always been impressed with the Q7. You know, in general, Audis ride pretty well. They have sound dampening insulation underneath their hood, and although the Q7's a bigger vehicle, it doesn't feel big when you are driving it. It accelerates well. There's not much road noise at all. Now you can get a thicker pane glass, a dual pane acoustic glass that comes standard in the Prestige, the top trim level, that even keeps the cabin even quieter. The acceleration is very good considering how big the vehicle is. I hear that all the time, people test driving, how smooth the acceleration is, how there's not much push-pull between the gears, and the power's there when you need it. If you'd like, you can get four-wheel steering on the Q7, which is pretty neat. It changes the turning radius from, you know, an SUV down to that of like a sedan. When traveling at low rates of speed, the rear wheels turn opposite the front wheels, so it really reduces that turning radius. And then if you're traveling at a high rate of speed, such as making like a lane change on the interstate, then the back wheels move kind of in tandem with the front wheels to help facilitate that lane change. There's not as much sliding. So mainly the four-wheel steering is helpful for pulling into parking spots and maneuvering it at low rates of speed. But I think that the whole concept of the four-wheel steering is unique. Not many people have experienced it, seen it, or know it even exists. So that is an option. It doesn't come standard, but it is an option you can slap on. And the sky's kind of the limit too on the bells and whistles. You can get massage seats and, you know, the air suspension, four-wheel steering. The Matrix LED headlights with the Audi laser light. I think that laser light technology is pretty cool. That just became legal here in the States, and expect to see more of that moving forward. It's just a lot safer. But I appreciate you guys staying with me here and checking out the new Q7. This is the only one we have right now. We had our first wave come in. They were here for a couple days, and people came in and bought them all up right away. So this is actually a service loaner, so we don't have any on the lot available, you know, I guess to take home today. But this one specifically, which is a black on black, it is going to be going into our service loaner program. Now keep in mind that those vehicles are available for purchase, but they're not going to show up on our website or anything like that. So if you're interested in one of those vehicles that, you know, has between 5 and 10,000 miles on it, or 5 and 8,000 miles on it, come on in, give me a call, stop in. Again, my name's Jason Campbell. I'm here with Zimbrick, one of the Audi brand specialists, and we can kind of go through those different service loaners options and see if any of those would be a good fit. We generally certify those, so extend the warranty out an extra year at unlimited miles. But that's an awesome way to save some money relative to buying off the lot, brand new MSRP. But yeah, come on in. I'm super excited about the Q7. Up until this came out, you only had the Q8 if you wanted this new technology package here that you'll see in like the A8, the A7, the A6, and then again the Q8. So most people didn't want to get that Q8 because it didn't have a third row of seats. So if you were one of those people, come on in, come check out the new Q7, because you do have the 3 rows of seats, 7 seats total, and you get the newest, the greatest, the latest technology here. So again, if you stuck around this long, thank you very much. We are offering $2,500 off of the new 2020 Q7s right now as a Zimbrick promotion. So keep that in mind. It's a good time to buy. These are hot. They're just coming in. We expect to see more coming in very shortly. Some are down at the Port of Houston and in transit up here to the dealership. So not a ton to choose from, but let's start the conversation. Let's get one en route. And thanks again. We'll talk to you guys soon.